We're live. Oh, it just literally turned 9 o'clock right now. We were 2 seconds early. 2 seconds early. Nobody be excited. Nobody look excited.
No. This is gonna be a short one, yo.
Why?
This is gonna be a short one.
Yo, I'm so tired, man. I'm so tired. Like right before this, I did two.
Oh my god.
You muted. Oh, he muted himself on purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, that was Blase Blase Danger, which came out in 1995. That's your ringtone?
You got that from 2 seconds. That we need to play that game. Like how many seconds you could guess a song.
I would win hands down.
I you know what? I concede. You're right. You would win. Nah, this is terrible.
No, because I was legit a professional DJ, so I know these songs. Like unless you play some new Kid Rock, then I don't know what the fuck that is. Sorry, Mark.
Man, you really hate Kid Rock.
I'm mad that he was lip syncing during that his first number, and then they blame it on but he's 55.
I think they said the sync was off. I'm being serious. That's what they
That's what
said.
happened in my first house.
Yeah, the sync was off.
It's sort of like Remy's camera.
Goddamn wet bandits.
Oh, the wet bandits. Are you a Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2 fan?
Oh, dude, I like them both, to be honest with you. Looking back on now, I think Home Alone, but as a kid, it was Home Alone 2. Something hit different with the New York thing as a kid.
Not sure. What about you, Rem? Were you a Home Alone 1 or a Home Alone 2 fan? Interesting. Nick, what about you? Were you a Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2 fan? Or in your case, Home Alone 1 or Home Alone Deuce?
Which is the one where he gets shocked? Is it one?
I was going to say shot.
One. That's still hilarious to me.
Where does he get shocked?
Where he
in the basement.
Yeah, we go. Oh, he goes real high.
Yeah, he goes up everything.
Oh, Daniel Stern.
Yeah, he goes real high in his voice, like he was wearing a piano shirt. You know what I mean?
Harry gets fucked up in that first one, like fucked up. His hand burnt, his head lit on fire.
That's Joe Pesci, right?
Yeah, Harry and Lloyd.
Yo, Rem, I didn't hear you because you was frozen. Who you a Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2 fan? And if you say I hate Home Alone,
Home Alone 1.
Why is that?
I think it's better than Home Alone 2. I don't like the bird lady. I don't know. It's a better movie. It's classic.
There you go. Nick, you were gonna say something?
You know, they actually sell that dessert he eats at the hotel.
What dessert was that?
The whole kitchen sink ice cream thing.
You ever ordered it?
$400. No, I couldn't stay in a hotel like that. It's like $600 a night.
You know,
hard rip.
No, Nick ordered that, and then the person on the phone said, "Can I call you Mister?"
Julia Ozima.
You want
Nick had to calculate the percentage of his real estate that he would invest in order to eat that dessert. Decided.
All right, I have a question. So that's Home Alone 2. You know what's funny? I saw Home Alone 1 last year for the first time ever in its entirety. Both of them, Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2, last Christmas. Not the Christmas that passed, the Christmas before in its entirety. I'll go Home Alone 1 on that. I think there's more symbolism in there. There's a lot of symbolism in there. As a solo, let's say you go to a restaurant solo, right? Wifey's out of town. You have your druthers to do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's the dream. Yeah.
The dream. And you want to go to a restaurant. What's the most money that you would spend on a meal for yourself? Being that Nick just brought up that ice cream that he gets twice a day.
The perfect meal?
I would say, yeah, if you're going to spend money on it, it should be the perfect meal. What's the most that you would spend on a meal?
I mean, I've done this before. I don't think I would ever go out to eat a steak by myself, but I would spend between 40 and 50 bucks on a good meal. Only because I would never really go out for steak by myself.
40 and 50 bucks on a good meal. That was my corn muffin and coffee this morning, Nick.
Yeah, well, you're a man of means. You're a man of means.
No, that's Jesus Christmas. I'm moving to Texas.
No, 40 and 50 bucks. I mean, out the door with tip and everything. You figure you're having some beverages too?
Yo, deadass this morning, corn muffin, coffee, and an almond croissant, $29. Coffee, corn muffin, and an almond croissant.
Yeah, that's real?
1,000%, dude. I'll bring up the receipt.
And you have that 7 days a week?
Not 7 days a week. Jesus Christ, what kind of animal you think I am?
6 days a week.
Maybe
Not far.
maybe four.
Bro, earlier this week, I felt like I told you guys about the bagel place here by me. So earlier in the week, I was like, all right, let me go try these bagels. See if they have breakfast sandwiches. Think I can go get a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Hey.
Because that's what bagel places do. And it's not what this bagel place does. The bagel itself was pretty good. I just said, hey, let me get a cinnamon raisin. I was like, do you guys do bacon and cheese? Like, no, we don't do that. All right, so just let me get butter on it. And that bagel was $5.41, and I nearly had a conniption because of that.
Yeah, dude. This shit. It'd be crazy in these streets. What about you, Rem? What's Remy goes to Hooters. What does he order? I'm assuming
specifically to Hooters, or
no.
I just
going out
just for myself.
I just assumed you were going to Hooters because you seem like you a breast guy.
I'll be $15 in Chipotle.
15
Burrito bowl and drink. $15.
I like it. What about you, Mr. I was gonna say your whole government. Oh shit, dog. What about you, Mark? What are you spending on a meal? You go out on a meal, go out on the town. You just got your feet done. You're leaving the salon. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna splurge. How much would you spend on a meal for yourself?
It's just me, more than normal, because I don't have to pay for other mouths. I would happily spend $100 to $150 if it's just me in the situation. I'd never go to this restaurant with the family and a group because how expensive it is. I would take that opportunity.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm
like. Take me to the most expensive restaurant that Augusta has to offer. I'll drop the $200 and not have to. You don't even worry about it. Like, perfect.
So I mean, I've done that before when like Yesenia and Elijah are away for the weekend.
And you're celebrating?
No, it's not that I'm celebrating, but if I'm in the mood to go get something, I'll go to like an Italian spot.
Dude, I've talked to Pops before. I called him. I was talking to him, like, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to Zaxby's because Kyle's at work and the kids are at my mom's house. I'm going to take this opportunity to not have to feed four mouths and enjoy like an $18 drive-through meal.
Yo, that's
Zaxby's is no joke, bro.
Cane's
crazy.
Getting 4 chicken strips at Cane's is like $15 now.
Look, Raising Cane's. You got to get that wangs and things at Zaxby's.
Wangs and things.
I think if I'm spending the cash, I better be showing off for somebody else.
All right, I was
not
wrong.
Just myself.
I was wrong about what I paid for breakfast. So I was $3 off. So a corn muffin, coffee, and an almond croissant, $25.30.
That's crazy.
Is that with it delivered?
That's with it delivered, yeah.
Oh, those
That's with it. All right, so if I were to go get this at Rudy's, at Rudy's on Seneca and Myrtle, that would be the coffee's still $5. The corn muffin's $5. It would be like $16. That's still a lot, right?
I don't get anything delivered. I send deliveries to people's houses only because I don't live close by.
Yeah, because all your delivery guys are getting snatched up.
Shit.
It's a ploy.
Why is that, DJ? Why are my delivery guys getting snatched up? Tell me.
No, that's only a New York thing where it's just like, wow, I guess it's only a New York thing. I would go big like Mark. I would go big. I would sit down. But I assume Mark is gonna reach over and tap somebody on the shoulder and say, "Could you please pass the jelly?"
I'm gonna yell across the room. Can you pass the salt?
Yeah, I remember I went to a restaurant one time, like a fancy restaurant. So I tell but it was with work, so it wasn't coming out of my pocket. So fancy restaurant. So I'm like, yo, let me get this, but I don't want it this, and I don't want this, and no sauce. She was like, the chef isn't gonna like that. I was like, all right, I forget it. I'll just sit here and drink water.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the popular thing to do because that guy on Instagram I saw one today. He spent like $600 on lunch. It was just by himself.
Jesus Christmas. Say what's up to the chat. I apologize, chat. I just got caught up in the moment over here. Let's Crucians, what's going on, my dude? Good to see you. Ruby G in the house. Mrs. Links, what's going on? Mrs. Links, how you doing, ma'am? It's ma'am.
What is she going to be called when the kid comes? You guys figure out your names yet?
My name is DJ Links.
No, is it going to be like Grandma, Grandpa, Mima, Peepa?
No, I think Madeline wants to be called Abuelita, because that's what she used to call her grandmother. I want to be called DJ Links. Hey, DJ Links. Hey, my granddaughter.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Call me Dan.
I didn't mean to interrupt the flow. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. Yo, Dan, what's going on, Dan? How you doing? DVH in the building, my spirit animal. Grandpa Links needs to start in the mix at least an hour earlier. Now he's too tired for this shit. I am too tired for this shit. Yo, I was thinking about, what do we call our people in the chat? What do we call them? Mark has the Legionnaires for his channel specifically. What do we call it? The Mixers?
Oh, the Linksonaires.
The Linksonaires?
No.
I don't like
So
that.
you just call them the Link Squad.
No, this is in the chat. This is us. This is our thing. What are you talking about?
It's a good question.
Welcome, Mixers.
I don't know. Wine mixer.
Welcome,
It's
Catalina wine mixer.
Please join me in the parlor. We will be serving white cake.
White.
Yo, DVH. Who else we got? Dan with the 41 month member milestone. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody sticking around. All the Link Squad members. Steven with the C. What is going on? Home Alone is a way better film, but that final fight in Home Alone 2 is pretty spectacular. Pops Attic in the building. Jay says, Brooklyn, what's going on? My dog Taylor Winder. Home Alone 1, and it's not even close. I thought I had garbage takes. Then I met Taylor Winder.
Wow.
The garbages of takes.
The garbagest.
The garbage. Shout out to Taylor Winder. I received my shirt in the mail the other day. Oh, shit. I received, hey, that's a new one that's up there. I got to order that one.
Sure.
What size is that, Mark?
Mine?
I don't know, but like, seriously.
Yeah, I'm being serious.
Okay. Size of mine. So I got my TW shirt in the mail.
You have the same size as me then.
Yeah. So I got my shirt. Remy Dips. He's like FD shirts. They put a medium label on an extra small shirt.
Oh no.
Yo, it fit Madeline tight. I was just like, I put it on and I was like, oh shit, like what's going on?
With these kind, I order large.
Large, all right. No, because the Common Curing Cancer one I got, it was a medium, I think. I have to order another one. I'm gonna order that one.
When they have the right tag on the right shirt, fit bigger than the Comics Curing Cancer ones do.
Yeah.
The C3 ones like shrink up a lot. You get them, whatever these are.
Yeah.
These comfy. These are like the best quality shirts out of any of these. Are they called like drop ship stores or whatever?
100%. Those are the best. Like the Cancer Sucks ones, phenomenal. Art, what's up?
I'm trying to tell y'all, TW. Ever since I hit the first rig shirt.
You remember those when he did the run of the CGC labels? It's fine and all.
Oh yeah, he sent me. I got 2 of those too.
What's up now?
That first year at Heroes Con before y'all finally wised up and started coming. The handful of guys that were there, there was a lot of those. Like the small group, everyone wore a T-Dub shirt at least one day. It was pretty funny. Like Jim and everybody.
The mixed squad. I like that. Mixed race. I like that. That's awesome. Oh shit, message me and I'll make no T-dubs. I'm just making a joke. Or am I?
Yeah, and don't forget the shirts, or the customer service just as good as the shirts.
Yeah. He might tell you that, a certain movie sucks, but don't listen to him. What else is going on in you gentlemen's lives? Dale says it's snow today, but the weekend will be sunny. He made snow angels outside. When's the last time you guys made a snow angel? Laid down in the snow and made a month ago. Okay. Remy Q?
Do that.
No snow angel. Nick, when's the last time you made a snow angel?
Mr. Julian Ozima. No, I can't remember.
Like when we had that snow here like a month ago, we all did it. Like the whole house, we're outside like a bunch of idiots. Like,
Oh, I was talking about cocaine.
Cocaine.
that was yesterday.
It's all right. It's okay.
You do that with your nose.
I don't think I've ever made a snow angel.
I guess because snow's so normal for you.
That should be a T-shirt with like punch on it and cocaine, like the monkey. Punch
Which
the
one?
monkey.
The one with the stuffed animal?
Yeah, punch the monkey, and he's doing a line of cocaine, and it says punchline. That'd be a good T-shirt.
You're seeing it here real time.
T-dubs, there you go. That's another $1 million T-shirt idea. Burke says it's raining here right now, 70 or so. It's trying to be spring, but it's okay. It's going back to the 40s next week. You guys watch War Machine yet? That's the new movie with
Alan Richardson.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I didn't know it came out.
Yeah, today,
Junior.
Today.
I don't want to be negative.
Be negative.
But I'm going to be negative, right? So backstage, I said I have a hot take. Nick, this is for you, sir.
If you're gonna ask me, or you're gonna play some reel about a big guy in front of asking me if I eat ass, I'm done.
Do I even have that?
I can't take it no more. I can't take it.
Nick said I'm full.
So I wasn't gonna do that, but I'm gonna play that anyway. But that had nothing to do with it.
Well, now it's relevant.
Simple question, but it's personal, so don't get offended. Do you like eating ass?
I don't know if that guy's got money or what, because look, he's got this weird eclectic pieces of art behind him. It looks like he spent some money on, but his cable management on like the Michael Scott plasma TV is terrible.
Nick, I don't know if he's got money, Nick, but you know what he does have? An appetite.
Let's run that back. Hold on.
Let me ask something. Simple question, but it's personal, so don't get offended. Do you like eating ass?
Yo, I just know. All
I never noticed the TV.
Yeah, I never noticed the TV. The wires are terrible.
Our combo.
He's sitting on like a credenza. I thought he was sitting on a bench. Is there anyone going to answer?
What's the
Back
question?
to your hot take, sir. What is your hot take?
Back to my hot take. Movie aside, I think The Crow is pretty whack.
What do you mean?
The Crow comic book.
The Crow comic book.
The Crow comic book. I think the Crow comic.
Like the original story or what?
I think the Crow comic book is pretty whack.
Okay. I mean, you got to expand on that. Like, why?
I'm just trying to pick fights, man. Remy, what do you think about the Crow?
Listen, the whole thing about our circle in the community is like you collect what you want to collect. You like what you want to like. If
I
you
didn't like the Crow until I found out Nick liked the Crow, and then I started to like the Crow. That's
I
it.
actually read it this morning.
Wow. Is that the same versions? I mean, they're not the same version, but is it the same story, same book?
No, this has got it's actually got more pages in it. It's just like the expanded edition.
I'm just joking. I just wanted to get a rise out of you, Paul.
No, I mean, we want to get it right. Look, hey, listen.
You're about to get a heartfelt conversation out of him. Good job. He's like, tell me
Yeah.
more. Expand.
Yeah, tell me why you don't like it.
I've never actually read The Crow. I was just trying to be funny,
Oh.
and
You
but
should read it.
Now I gotta send you a copy.
but why do you like The Crow so much? I see you got the Crow mask right there. I see you wearing a Crow shirt. You probably have on Crow underoos.
All right. Well, I mean, I've said before
You've never said it before.
that I've always liked masks. I have
I
a
was gonna say, man, old shit.
Take it easy.
I'll show you my masks.
I always like masks. Yo, go ahead, eyes wide shut. Go ahead.
The machine.
So especially like the comedy and tragedy mask. That's always held a place in my life because not because of the theater. I don't necessarily like the theater because I've always thought that happiness and sadness are always part of the same thing. Always two sides of the same coin. You know what I
You
mean?
can't have one without the other.
Right. So for me, watching that trailer back in '92 when it first dropped,
I was 5.
to see him fly out of that whatever window and then flip back and catch back in, I was like, I got to see that movie without even reading the comic. I never read it before.
Oh, really? So you
Yeah.
fell in love with the movie before you fell in love with the comic book?
Right. So
I didn't know that.
in seeing the movie, I found out about the comic, and then the story behind the comic was like it hit harder because like right after I got the comic, I went through a bad breakup with the girl I was dating at the time. So that's what this book is all about. It's all about heartbreak. Well, she didn't die or anything, but
Sleep. Wow.
Tell us more. Nick.
Sheets of empty canvas.
I believe it was who said you can't have the pleasure without the pain.
so I mean, this book is so much about, I wish I could have spent more time with you, and this just resonated with me.
Dita.
So, and just like the look and the aesthetic is just something that I've, it stuck with me throughout.
Dito Nick, I want to give you a hug to the camera.
Speaking of hugs, thanks to you guys, I've had the chance to hug the creator of The Crow, who actually personally asked me for a hug.
That's super cool, man.
So,
Here's his pin.
yep, there you go.
We saw you hug him live during the C3 stream. He was like standing up signing something, and Nick just went behind him and grabbed him like an hug.
From the back.
No, not yet, but I feel like I can do that without
Oh shit!
too much repercussion.
Overwhelm him with your biceps and shoulders and shit.
So that brings me to another question. Obviously, we've been at cons. We've rubbed shoulders with some big willies. Legit, how does it feel?
Wait, what'd you just say?
Oh, shit.
Wait, how are you just going to just let him just say that?
That is very clip worthy, Mark.
Wait a minute.
Take that.
Yo, wait,
Let's correct the record. You might have done that. I sure as fuck haven't.
Yo, Dale is in the house. Jesus Brooklyn is in the house. Art, what's up?
Julian Ozima. May I call him?
Squirrel. Yo, oh wow.
May I call him?
Yo, that was crazy pause worthy. We rubbed us
Oh.
with some of comic book the industry's elite. Legit, how does it feel to on a first name basis to know possibly your favorite creator of the like one of your favorite characters, one of your favorite books, how it resonated so much to you, it means so much to you emotionally, like to be on a first name basis with the creator of that property, like legit, how does it feel? You gonna cry?
Talking to him?
Yeah. Nick.
So you want me specifically?
Yeah, James O'Barr. Jesus Christ.
Listen, I mean, I've been very fortunate over the past year to be in a lot of situations where it's just been crazy. And I kind of want to credit Beckerman for putting me in that place where, you know, he's like, come down to Kansas City, come hang out with John Romita Jr. It's like, okay. You know, and that kind of kicked the whole thing off. And then having the fortunate thing to fall into working with Scott's Collectibles and talking to, you know, Martin Simmons, or even to sit with Delato, and he's like, if you ever come, did he really get traded?
Hey,
He's like, if you ever come to Italy, he's like, you come to the house for dinner. And then to sit there with O'Bar like that, and I was talking to Nelson today, I was like, you know, I can't believe I am where I am. You know, I can't believe that I'm going through what I'm fortunate enough to go through, and I can really never thank everybody I'm involved with enough. So I told Nelson today, I was like, you know, if it comes down to it, you tell me, you know, that's the guy who has to die. That's the guy I got to kill. You know, so it's just.
Jesus Christ, and Nick is 100% serious about that because he's in WITSEC right now.
I'm in a very fortunate position, and I'm very thankful for it. I still can't believe it. I can't fathom it.
That's so cute.
Oh, and I'll be honest, Burke, I never forget Schmitty. I think about Schmitty every now and again.
Who does Schmitty?
I'll just leave it. I'll leave it for
okay, yeah.
The backstage.
Don't put it in the private chat.
I know that already.
Remy, is there any creator that you met, like going to Heroes Con and just like going to cons and stuff like that, that you were like surprised that you got to meet?
Jesus.
Shout out to Jesus. Jesus is the number one superstar.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's it.
Okay. Well, that's the most important one.
Yeah, I'm saying you can't really get higher than that.
Wow, shoot for the stars. There you go, Remy Q. What about you, Mark? You can't say Jesus because Remy already took him.
What was the question?
Who's the biggest creator that you met, or the creator that you had the most utmost revere for in your travel, in your barefoot travels?
I don't know, man. It's on a fan level. Getting to meet Jang for the first time when I did, after like talking with him for so many years and stuff, when he was still like coming up and everything. That was awesome. The biggest one, bar none, has to be like the hanging out and talking and stuff with Jeff Johns. Like that was next level. And then I think like on a personal level, I'm on a first name basis with Inaki Miranda. Like I talk to him in DMs like at least once a month kind of thing. And with that book We Live just that book just like hit on such a deep level for me and everything, which I'm loving what's happening with Arcadia right now. I'm planning on
did you tell him Blade Forger sucked?
Tell him what?
I said, did you tell him how much Blade Forger sucked? What's up, Finn?
No, I'm semi-aware of where it was going to go, kind of thing, and the unfortunate lack of sales that didn't get it there, kind of whatnot. But I think that they saw that and kind of shifted up their trajectory for the stories when they did Arcadia, because that one's definitely hitting different. Cool. Arcadia feels a lot more like We Live than Blade Forger did, like format-wise, you know.
I've never read We Live. I think We Live was already when I got back into comics, like it already took off and stuff. And it's like number one was whatever. And then I guess at that time when I got back into it, We Live, was it the Age of the Palladians or something like that? I think
that was the second one, the Palladians.
Palladians. Dale says I almost met DJ Lynx. Dale visited New York when there was a torrential. It was like that's when my basement got flooded. That torrential ass downpour. The creator that I was most fortunate enough to meet in my travels is Remy Q Studios.
It's up there with Meeting God on.
My bad, I had it on loop. Yeah, when I first met Remy, we had a laugh because he sat down and there was a loud squish, and he forgot he had the sugar glider in his back pocket.
Oh.
It was amazing.
See, the thing too is about like Remy is not a big deal for Remy, but I mean, you two guys just you manifest that for yourselves. You know what I mean? DJ's always
it's a big deal for me. I was happy. I was nervous. Felt like breakdance. I didn't know what to do when I saw Mr. Lynx for the first time.
Oh no, I'm talking about like bigger personalities, like in the comic world, like you said.
Oh
Creators.
yeah, no, it's a small time change.
You guys manifest that for yourselves. I mean, the whole Jeff Johns thing, the whole Jang thing. Mark is just like, I'm going to go meet those people, and then that's who we met. DJ is always hobnobbing with people at shows and whatnot.
Hobnobbing. Oh, I'm gonna be hobnobbing tomorrow. I'm going out to King Khan in New Jersey to go hang out with Izzy, Cliff. Gonna go see my guy Ryan G. Brown, not to be confused with Ryan R. Brown, because we know what the R stands for. F that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Rude. That guy is so rude.
Golly.
What?
You know what we think about that guy.
Ryan R. Brown.
He's one of those people.
I'm just all right, so not to be continuing down the hot take route. Mark, now is your turn, sir. It is your turn.
He's just firing shots at everybody.
Dude, I have so much vitriol in my system. I'm coming for you, Mark.
I tried to give you all a warning too. You saw the whole thing about the agenda. I was trying to like get a little glimpse into what DJ had planned, and he just shot that shit down because he had this whole thing planned.
He's always got an agenda.
Oh no! So I totally even forgot about that. We'll go to the agenda. I'm sorry.
No, you said there was no agenda because you want to personally attack everybody. Get on to Mark. It's his turn. What do you have to say about him?
Hey Mark, I can't wait to see you at Heroes Con.
Oh my God.
Yo,
What does that mean?
I'm almost caught up with Monarch, right? So I'm like 15 minutes into episode 2, then I had to leave to go get a haircut. When I see
Episode 2 of season 2 or season 1?
Season 2.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I finished season 1 last week. It ended on a really high note. I was just like, oh, this is pretty cool. Watched episode 1 the other day. This was after it had already aired, and you gave it a 9.5.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's biased as fuck. That shit was take King Kong out of it. That shit is trash. I was just like, it's like watching La Brea on Channel 4.
Take the monster out of the Monsterverse show, and it's go figure. Take Maniac Cop out of Maniac Cop, it would suck too, dumbass.
Yo, you leave Maniac Cop alone.
Like, what are you talking about? But you didn't take Kong out. He's all in it, tearing shit up, chasing down tight necks, talking shit to people in helicopters. Like, what are you talking about?
Yo, there's something about it, and Nick knows he's fronting. They tell
No, I never said it was good. Like I tried to watch it. I can't even watch the breakdowns now.
Yo, I'm like watching that episode 1, and me and Mrs. Lynx are watching it. Wow, nailed it. And I'm like, yo, this is like watching. Look, there's something very network TV about it, as opposed to cable streaming service like HBO. It's like watching something on like ABC. That's I guess. And I'm talking about this season, like that episode. That first episode. I don't know. Talk to me. Am I bugging? Am I on crack?
Well, I don't know that your experience, but I don't know. I was wondering how it would feel like watching it straight through like that, because how season 2 episode 1 is like just picks up right where the finale left off. Because for me, I waited that long gap between it, like almost what feels like about a year and a half probably. But it was awesome jumping right back in. And so for me, I spent a year and a half with Lee Shaw assumed dead, and the wait. So like them getting him out didn't feel immediate to me, because that's one thing I thought about, because I was talking with Simon, because it ain't just me and my bias. Like I've talked to plenty of people that watch it. And of course I follow like all kinds of stuff. And, and it seems like the general consensus is it was pretty enjoyed as well. Like I review second it comes out, my opinion is my own. Like what you see with ratings that come out later than that, mine was already up. So I'm probably going to be and I talked to Simon about this too. I'm like half a point higher than Simon on episode 1 and 2. He's not MonsterVerse biased. I am.
And he gave it. I saw it this morning when he was on. When I was driving.
He gave episode 1 and 9 and episode 2 and 8, and I gave episode there's 8.5 and 9.5 for me. And I kind of laughed about that. I said I think that's just my Godzilla bias showing through, which is I'm perfectly fine with that. But looking at it, trying to be critical of it, like they're doing a lot of heavy lifting with this show with that massive ensemble cast, and they're not ignoring the characters, and you're hitting the beats on it while still keeping the momentum and stuff. And what they're doing, like that surprise death in episode 1, that's going to come into play later, I think, too, in a big way, because you have to shift to another character from the movies.
Yeah, they gotta that comes into they can mess with continuity if they put the wrong person in.
That's what I'm saying. So I did not expect the director, to go out like that. Like my jaw dropped. But Titan X and the lore that they start getting into, especially when you get into season 2, because I like a lot of the flashback stuff more than anything, because you get like the alt history stuff with it, and that Indiana Jones discovery aspect to everything, and the whole Bikini Atoll scene in season 1. That kind of shit I really, really like. But I just think it's one hell of a well-written and executed show.
See, and I have to disagree there as far as like the writing. I don't know, for some reason it's lacking, and it's just like rinse and repeat. It's a lot of rinse and repeat for me. Like that's why
you watch season
like
1. You just watched the finale, like when they found Kiko down in Axis Monday, and Lee's hiding behind the tree, so she's not like shocked when she sees him, and that whole realization that she's been down there for so long, and thinking about how Bill died while she was down there, and meeting her granddaughter. And
she only thought it was 57 days. I expected Lee to just be like that, like jump out from behind the tree.
Hey, bitch.
That's what I wanted. He's over here having some emotional moment. I'm like, get out of here, just scare.
For me, seeing him as Captain America and then somebody showing the old guy from Up in that same costume kind of ruined him for me forever.
Oh, as an actor in general?
As an actor, yeah. I can't.
Yeah, Artem says that they just keep going with this father you left me, all my feelings. Like, geez, bro, that's the first season script.
They haven't touched on that at all in 2 episodes of season 2. They're kind of all together now. That was one thing that I thought was good about like where we are now, because the format of season 1, it was very like character episode based. Like each episode focused on a different character in a different place, explaining how they all intertwine with each other. But now at this point in the show, they're all there together, and you're not doing that bounce around kind of thing.
Yeah, which to me is wild. Like I like, it's like, bro, like you're my mom that was missing for 60 years, and it's just like, oh, hey mom, back to over here. And then how homeboy the son was, and when Kate is, that's her name, right? Kate. When Kate is just like, hey, Kentaro, this is our grandmother. He's just like, what's up? Like I was like, what? And that was the end of season 1, but it ended really strong. Season 1. I don't know, for some reason I just couldn't connect in that first episode of season 2. Kong looked dope as fuck. Like give me Kong all day.
I love that scene where you sleep and they're trying to creep by him. And he drops his hand down. It was like the whole little homage to the '98 Godzilla where he steps and the dude between.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. It would have been better if it was his junk, like
it's just straight meat.
Yeah, imagine that. Yo, imagine getting. Oh, how did she die? She got crushed by Kong's dong.
Kong's dong.
What's there a giant mushroom crater here?
What's all this foam? Anyway.
Oh, wait.
All right, Ruby Q, it's your turn. I love it.
I thought the same thing. I was like, man.
Oh, I was going to attack you.
Death is going to come back later on. Too bad they removed the monster. Because it's the Monarch on my favorite streaming platform, Apple TV.
You still hate Apple?
Yes. Yeah. Stars tried to re-up me this month, by the way, after my $2.99 for a year. They were like, hey, your subscription's up. It's going to be $69.99 for the next year. I was like, I'm good, bro. And they immediately emailed me and they were like, all right, how about 89% off? And so for
89%.
I have it
I'm
for the next
in.
year.
Jesus Christ. They took the Cancun
No joke,
salesman mode of negotiation.
They
99.
really need those subscriber numbers right now.
They
I
like
guess.
broke it down per month. They were like, all right, you'll save $10 a month or whatever it was. And I was like, this is like $1 something a month. Yeah, I'll keep your streaming service.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Would you have paid $69.99 if Manu Bennett, aka Crixus from Spartacus, called you directly and say, "Hey Remy, this is Manu Bennett. Would you like to keep stars?"
Yes. If it was really him calling me, if it wasn't like, hold on, like if it wasn't like just an automated message, if he legit was calling up people to try to get them to subscribe to stars, 100%, I'd be like, you got me.
There you go.
Big
He's the
fan.
stars package.
Take my money.
It's not like he hasn't said your actual name before either. So.
I know.
Let's rock that. I haven't rocked that in a long
I
time.
know.
Please hold.
Hi there, Remy. This is Manu Bennett. I played Crixus, the undefeated Gaul in the Spartacus series. And your friend DJ, I'm going to throw him in the deep end here. He wants me to roast you over watching all the nude scenes on Spartacus instead of spending time with your family. I don't know what your guys' relationship is, but maybe you need some counseling. Yeah. Anyway, he said you love the show and all of the gratuitous elements of it, and well, so DJ says. You know, I mean, sounds like DJ might be a big fan of that stuff as well. So between the two of you and this rather focused humor on our particularly the nude parts of our series. I hope you got off on it, guys. And Remy, much love to you, your wife and 2 sons. And DJ, send this one in. See how it goes. Shall we begin?
He said,
Shall we begin at the end is just so perfect.
First of all, him throwing the undefeated part in there, he's a competitive guy.
The undefeated Gaul.
And he also said he hoped you two got off.
It's amazing. It's an amazing message.
I also paid him to roast Remy, and in return, he roasted me.
2 for 1.
See, he called me on the phone. He's like, this is what he wants me to do. And I was like, listen, take my money.
Yeah. Remy's, would you like to re-up your stars? Oh shit! All right, let's go to the docket. Remy was just like, "What's on the agenda?" And I try to come up with an agenda. I apologize for not sticking to this. There were some movies, Lanterns. How about that? How about we start with Lanterns? The Lanterns trailer, the new show on HBO Max. What do we think about Lanterns?
One of them's a fucking squirrel.
Mark went to go put on his lantern costume. That was in the trailer. Yeah, he's Tyson Chandler dropping not Tyson Chandler.
Chandler's a basketball player.
Tyson Chandler's the basketball player, right? On the Knicks.
He was on the Knicks.
What's that guy's name? Something Chandler.
I was about to say Tyson Beckford, but that's not right either.
They look similar though.
Every other Tyson except for one.
Anyway, so Mike Tyson was just like about the squirrel. HBO Max hasn't missed in a while. What do you think about it, Nick? I know you just started saying about the effing squirrel. What's your take on the Lanterns trailer?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if it's on Sunday nights at 9:00, I'm watching that.
Kyle,
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Kyle Chandler, why is the suit hanging in the closet? I think that was a big. I saw that. That was a big thing, right?
People said that was a big sticking point. Something about somebody compared it to like, hey, one of the Ben 10 promos had more green in it than that suit did.
I don't know what that means.
It didn't have any green. It looked more brown than green.
Maybe it was muddy. I don't know. I didn't see. See, I have to watch the trailer again. I didn't see. I only saw it once. Mark, what was your take on it? Our resident DC. Hold up, wait a minute. Our resident DC expert
It looked exactly like what they told us for the past 2 years it would look like. From the moment before anything was ever in production, James Gunn did his little announcement of the DC studios, the slate, and he said, then next up we'll have Lanterns. It'll be an HBO TV show, and it'll be a Earth-based murder mystery following our 2 Lanterns of Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart in the vein of True Detective. And that's literally what it looked like. So perfect.
That's true. Would you mind? I forgot to mute myself. But anyway, would you mind?
I'm super excited that it looked nothing like what we've seen before. Finally, getting some variety in the DCU. We've got enough of the campy, jokey MCU style stuff because James Gunn style Squad was great. Superman was fun, but when that's all you're getting, it just feels like the MCU with DC characters, and that's the absolute last thing we need. Like, give us. I want this Clayface movie to come out and have a horror. I want this rated R True Detective style HBO take on Lanterns to come out. It's exactly what I want.
Hey, spot on castings for both Hal and John.
Later, a crestfallen pilot moons over his fate. My power ring can do anything for me except get me the one thing in the world I want most. Carol.
To be continued in Romantic Comics number 53.
Just showing you for decades, his suit was cloth. He put on his suit or wore it under his clothes like Superman or Spider-Man or anyone else. For a long time, it would be at his apartment where he would go and put it on, charge his ring, like
on the lantern, right? You got to charge the ring in the
charge his ring, and he'd head out and go do his thing. Like him.
That was the one thing that I thought was missing. That we would have heard the poems, the mantra.
I think that they were holding a lot back intentionally.
Good.
I didn't want them to show too much. They'll probably have a construct costume in the show. That's probably like a suit. Like,
yeah, it's a funny thing because like everybody complained about the animation in Ryan Reynolds. Now that they have something based in reality, they complain about that. So you can't.
My favorite thing is these motherfuckers out here are complaining that the suit's not construct, but you can, and they'll complain like, oh, you can point to a time in the past in the comics world's cloth. So what? Y'all dumbasses were the ones saying the bowl cut was a good idea for Guy Gardner because he used to wear it in the costumes. He ain't worn that shit in comics in a long time, but y'all thought the bowl cut was the greatest thing ever.
Who's thought the bowl cut was the greatest thing ever?
Bro, there was countless, like the vast majority of people defending the Superman movie before it came out. Everyone was like, he wore the bowl cut in the comics. It's his iconic look and blah, blah, blah. No.
Rem, did you see it?
Yes. Yeah. 2 days ago when it launched, I watched it. Pretty good. It was an exciting minute and 48 seconds.
That's what she said.
I was a little upset that because there was actually a couple of trailers that came out, but that the first scene where they're riding in the car, it appeared to be an 80s G-body, either a Buick Regal or a Grand National that goes over the cliff. Bit much, fellas. You don't need to destroy a classic like that. But I mean, from the comic perspective, yeah, pretty good. And I understand exactly what Mark's talking about as far as the, I believe it was 96 seconds in where they show the suit hanging. It's like people are going to complain about that, now that it's based in reality, like Nick said. But yes, 2 days ago when I watched this trailer, I got excited. In fact, I couldn't wait to talk about it on In the Mix, DJ Link's YouTube channel.
Nice. Thank you. Great plug. You know what's funny? I didn't pick up on the suit hanging in the thing. I guess I must have missed that. I guess I must have looked down or something.
3 suits.
Yeah, there's multiple suits at the head. If you go to about 96 seconds into the first trailer that was released 2 days ago, you'll see it.
96 seconds, you say?
Yeah, I've watched it so many times. I've memorized the exact timestamps on all of this. It's like I just watched it even. Just replays in my mind so much.
And fast forward to 96 seconds.
Yeah, he moves like two, like what looks like dry cleaning bags.
Yeah, like moves aside, and there's like several suits hanging there, which of course people are going to complain about.
The Green Lanterns.
Hold on, wait a minute. So people are mad that it's an actual suit as opposed to just being a construct.
When we just got done watching Superman movie where he's wearing an actual suit, Guy Gardner, where he has no green aura around him and he's wearing a stupid haircut and everyone praised him.
No.
Yes, so it's just continuing what's already been established in this universe.
That's relativity, folks.
Look at my screen.
Oh shit. Oh man. I'm really excited for the show. I wish all of the DC stuff was like this. HBO cannot miss. I just want to go on record. And you know, me and Mark agree on a lot of stuff. But when we both saw Rebel Ridge, and immediately we was just like, yo, this dude is Jon Stewart. Like that day we were just like, this is Jon Stewart.
Yeah, I started posting like a campaign like for people to go watch that movie. And again, I've pointed this out. I don't think for 1 second that I had any bearing on like getting seen or anything. It just was a great coincidence that like us in this little corner of the community noticed that and talked about it. And then fast forward 2 years later, I remember when he got announced to be in the short list for Jon Stewart. I'm like, this isn't real. This is amazing. There is nobody else.
We manifested it.
Been manifesting lately, bro.
Made it happen.
too much manifesting.
So much manifesting.
Oh man, we called it. You know who would have also been a dope Jon Stewart?
That guy Zack Snyder picked.
The guy Zack Snyder picked, but the dude from Rem, you watched the last season of the Walking Dead. So the head security guard.
Oh, the guy who played what's his face in what's the video game on Hulu?
What's the video game on Hulu?
The one with
That question doesn't make sense in my head.
It doesn't make
Anthony Mackie. What's the video game show on?
Twisted Metal.
Yeah,
Yes.
Twisted Metal. He plays the what do you call guy?
Yeah, he's in Twisted Metal. Michael Mercer. Let me bring up.
That guy is ripped.
Is he that guy who plays Axel or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me bring him up. Like this dude would have been a perfect Johnson. I think this guy could actually be a perfect
No, because you know what? I think even it's Aaron Pierre is his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks just like the cartoon John.
He does. Yo, where the hell's my Oh, there we go. Where he's at? This dude could be a good bishop from
that
X.
guy that yes, that lead guard that you're talking about.
Yeah, that he was the head of the security in The Walking Dead when in the new town that they established the new government.
I'm just incredibly excited for it.
What's
You know,
up, Fred?
I've said it 1,000 times. My favorite tone and style of adapting a comic book to film is like what Christopher Nolan did with The Dark Knight. Like making a comic book into a movie, I think that there needs to be some adapting for the medium shift.
100%.
And I think that's when they work the best. And that's how this show felt from the trailer. So I'm for that.
That's what was so good about Penguin.
Yes. What's so good about Matt Reeves' Batman? That's what I liked about the Snyderverse stuff. It feels like superheroes in the real world. It doesn't feel like just a cartoon world. Like the James Gunn Superman movie, I enjoyed.
Fuck that
But
movie.
I don't want everything like that by any stretch of the imagination. Like, fine for that movie. Supergirl needs to be different, even having super in the title. But like the city that got split, like down entwined, and then they just squeezed it back together. We're just gonna squeeze it back together.
It was just a little off, though.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. That Superman movie was trash. You hear that, Joe Michaels? Trash.
No, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a whole lot. But there's no way I want more of that campiness. You know what I mean? That quirkiness. It was a little overboard with the quirky stuff that I think it only could work in that movie. Doesn't transfer to other stuff.
Yo, imagine watching Superman 78 for the first time.
Oh my
Christopher
God.
Reeve is at the Fortress of Solitude, just heard Jor-El's message, my son, and all that. And Superman walks away, and Krypto is biting at his heels. And he's like, oh, stop, Krypto, stop. What are you doing?
Bro, that's like one of the most iconic things because he does the whole conversation and the time passes, and he's just, you just see him in a distance across the fortress wearing the suit, and he flies through. You're just like, holy fuck. Like, even think about that as a grown-up. I've seen that movie countless times, and just thinking of that scene. The first time he's in costume across the fortress and just flies across, you're like, oh shit.
All right, let me ask you a question. Now, I'm hyped. Mark, you go last. From any of those Superman movies, the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, what is the one part? Because for me, there's one specific part in one of the movies that I just mark out. What's your favorite part in those movies?
From Q.
Remy, you have to raise your hand. Remy, you
I
can
enjoy his reaction to the death of Lois Lane. To me, that's like top
That
tier.
scream that turns
like that.
Yeah.
straight pain to rage, the sheer determination, and the camera
Yeah.
doesn't come off of him. Just damn.
And then, as a 7 or 8-year-old kid, seeing him fly around the earth.
See, I couldn't be Superman because if I can spill my milk and I'm just gonna rewind the earth. It's just like,
For me, I guess when he caught Lois and she goes, "You got me, but who's got you?
who's got you? Yeah.
And then catches the
That
helicopter with
one,
one
and
hand.
then,
Boom. And I love how it slows down for a split second, then just right back to flying up.
and then when he did this one,
Hope that doesn't deter you from flying. Statistically speaking, it's still the safest means of travel.
yeah. Even though it was corny when he pulled the S off his chest and he caught Zod, and was it Zod he caught?
Nan.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Nan. Yo, oh my God.
No.
But just a little aside. I was DJing a comedy, not a comedy. I was DJing a New Year's Eve party one day, and then they had a comedian. So my sister's husband at the time is there. Yo, the comedian is doing his thing, and he's just like, "Oh shit, you look like the dude from Superman 2." And it was because he looks like Nan. Yo, and it totally went off. Shout out to Imagine was his name. Mark, what's your favorite Christopher Reeve Superman part?
When he crushes Zod's hand at the end of Superman 2, it's that and the diner when he goes back.
That's my favorite part, dude. Excuse me, sir.
now-
Would you care to step outside? Oh, that's what gives me goosebumps.
Now, what does the diner thing dirty for me is, as cool as that is, and this is going to sound a little like blasphemy, but Superman and Lois, the TV show, did the diner scene better. Like, you remember the big reveal in the diner?
Oh yeah.
Like, you pulled the trigger, and like from the moment the bullet's flying before it gets to him, like it's the whole reveal thing. Like the bullet takes off, and by the time it gets there, he's in costume, and it just crushes on his chest. Like, dude, I had a tear run down my face in that scene. That show just like I had.
That wasn't a tear.
It moved me, dude. But like, yeah, when he finally crushes Zod's hand after he okey doked him in the fortress, that was. Then he fucking killed him like he always does, and people tend to forget that.
Yeah, Superman is not supposed to kill.
Like, these people have always killed people in movies.
Bruh. But the Superman
Batman put literal dynamite on Bam Bam Bigelow's waist and throw him in a fucking dumpster.
there's so much killing in these.
Like, he killed like 37 clowns in the first 10 minutes of Batman Returns.
It's insane. It's insane the amount of killing in Batman Returns.
So much killing, dude.
No, but for the diner from the OG, like that worked perfectly for back then. Obviously, if you're gonna do something new and do something like that, you're gonna have to improve on it. But just when he told that dude, "Would you care to step outside?" Oh man, then I felt so bad. Even in Superman 2, when he was walking to the Fortress of Solitude and he's like eating snow on the side of the road, I was like, "Oh, dude."
Mike's got a great scene, dude. I love that scene where it goes. Where Brandon Roth was flying, and he was checking in on Lois and watching and seeing how she's living and stuff. And he's kind of sad, and he's flying, and he's hearing again Marlon Brando's voice that was used, but then it cuts to him in space, and the soundtrack when he's sitting there in space and his cape is like zero gravity and it's kind of just moving and he's got his eyes closed, he's listening to everything. Then he just opens his eyes and boom. And before the camera can even turn around to fix on him, he's already burning into the atmosphere and he's just a dot in the distance. It's just incredible.
Superman Returns is super underrated.
Yeah, very much so. That's one of the greatest Superman scenes of that airplane catch, bro.
The airplane catch, phenomenal on the ball field. I heard production was pretty good, but Kevin Spacey's PA hated him. I don't know why.
Between Kevin Spacey and Bryan Singer on the same production, everybody was getting their ass grabbed.
Oh shit! That's why they put in the no pants for the males and rule in place.
Wrong.
Come on, say it again.
You remember the scene with the daggum, the bank robbers on the roof when they go to they shoot it at the security guard and you follow the bullets, and as you're following the bullets, you see Superman come out of nowhere, like from so far away you can't see him, to in view past the bullets and then just hitting the S. The guy walks up with a gun right on his eye.
Man, bang, right on his eye.
What an iconic shot. Just bloop.
Can I ask a question that this just occurred to me right now? And how did Mr. Terrific in James Gunn's Superman implant Superman with the nanotechnology or whatever? That's how he was able to track. That's why he was able to track him.
In the mouth, in the ear, like nano. So
timestamp.
Hey, fuck him in the ear. Hey, fuck him in the other ear.
It could simply be on his cape or on his suit.
No, it was inside of
his body.
It was inside of his body.
Put it in his food. I mean, 1,000 different ways. While he's sleeping, use lube. I don't know. It's nano.
You didn't know he spends $25 on breakfast every morning, so you just put it in his biscuit.
DJ, I would just encourage you to look up Operation Artichoke, recently declassified CIA ops from the 50s, and you'll know exactly how to implant somebody against their will.
Nah, dude.
I'll give you a hint at what the CIA did. It begins with a V and ends with Axine, and it's completely declassified. Like, just go fucking look.
Oh shit! Oh snap! No, I've kind of swore off world ongoings since what it was.
Okay, cool. Then I'll tell you. It was a CIA experiment where they figured out how to make somebody literally assassinate someone against their will, and they'd use things of mind controlling chemicals and technologies that they had to get inside their body through food, vaccines, and other things. They tested it on willing patients and unwilling patients here and abroad and saw success.
Literally.
Manchurian candidate
completely
shit.
Yes, 100%. Completely declassified now, recently declassified. Operation Artichoke. If you think you understand this world, think again. Go look it up and have your mind blown.
That was Operation Artichoke. What about Operation Eggplant?
You already know.
Manu Bennett, right?
Yeah.
Dude, no, I swore off anything going on in the world. I legit haven't been on the internet since since Wednesday or something. I was legit going crazy. Then I was just like, yeah, I can't. I need to take a break from this. Like legit, I was like, I felt like depressed.
Oh man, I don't ever take a break from it.
Me
and Finn were watching the Y-Files when Nick popped on backstage before we went live.
No, I mean the Wi-Fi is fine. I'm talking about freaking like real life stuff. I'm like, I'm like,
Wi-Fi is a good show to springboard you to other stuff too. A lot of times, if you just want some lighter heart stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's crazy shit going on. What else we got going on this docket? What's up, boy? The Boys Season 5 trailer. I have zero interest in The Boys or the show.
I didn't even watch the trailer because I don't keep up with The Boys. I didn't watch the trailer.
I'm super behind. I need to catch up. I'm sure I'll watch it at some point. I haven't.
So if I heard you correctly, you're behind
The Boys.
Yes, I am behind The Boys.
You rubbing shoulders with them?
Rubbing willies.
Wrong.
Evil Mike, my guy. Yo, Evil Mike, did you pick up Narco? Evil Mike and I are kindred spirits in the fact that we share a lot of the same taste in comic books. And we're two of the biggest Doug Wagner and Daniel Hilliard fans that you can find on planet Earth. So they're the creative team. Nice. They're the creative team behind the new book that came out, Narco, which was super hot, selling for like $30. Plush, vinyl, plastic Death and Dolls, and then The Ride. Well, that Doug Wagner wrote that. I don't think Daniel Hilliard drew it.
I read vinyl.
Bro, like that's legit my favorite creative team. Did you like vinyl?
Yeah.
I don't like the way you said yeah.
Yeah.
Remy would really like it. Vinyl. How about this? I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What was the last Marvel book that you read and you thoroughly enjoyed? This is not a loaded question. Like I'm legit concerned. I'm not concerned. I legit want to know. Hold on. Let's wait. Let's Mark. Hold on.
I dig.
Oh shit!
I enjoyed the last run of Daredevil. Was pretty good.
Which the recent one?
Yeah, the one with him being a priest for most of the time, where he was fighting the 7 deadly sins.
Oh.
I'm excited to see what this upcoming volume with Lee Garbey and I forget who the writer was, but I'm psyched to see that.
So Nick says Daredevil.
Spider-Man and Wolverine.
Spider-Man and Wolverine was good, but that wasn't like earth-shattering, but it was good.
No, it hasn't been something earth-shattering in Marvel in 40 years.
Daredevil here. Remy's looking for his King in Black stuff.
King in Black issue.
Yeah. Just when's the last time that you read something? Punisher. See, Bizzle says Moon Knight, Hulk, Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate X-Men, Miles Morales. That blew you away. Because there's some things that I like that are cool. Like Bizzle just mentioned a couple of them. But something that Marvel blew you away.
I'm ready to tell you whenever you're ready.
Go ahead.
The last thing good at all that Marvel put out that wasn't just okay, they did pretty good. You know, Punisher was pretty good. Ben Percy's Ghost Rider was pretty good. Avengers Twilight was the last thing good to come out of Marvel. Period.
Phenomenal.
Period. All right, I'm going back on mute.
How about you, DJ? What was your favorite Marvel story? What blew you out of the world?
It's funny because I forgot about Avengers Twilight, but Avengers Twilight was the last thing that was phenomenal that Marvel put out. As a diehard Marvel fan, the Beta Ray Bill series was dope. Just finished a sketch for King Kong. Yay, I'll see you tomorrow, dog. By the way, DJ, Psycho Killer was good. I told you Psycho Killer was good. Right, Joe Michaels? They try to hold us down, but we enjoyed it. I forgot what I was talking about. Yo, Marvel sucks, man. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. Yo, Marvel freaking sucks. Like I'm reading all this shit and I'm just like, yo, like this is cool. All this stuff is cool. But when I go through my pile, so what I've been doing lately, like I put the book I'm most anticipating on the top, and then the book that I know that's going to be the best for the week, I leave that for last because I want to finish my pile on a high note.
It's funny. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I kind of like do what I think is going to be good, bad, good. Do I want to start on a good note? Do I want to start on a bad note? I kind of like intersperse.
Yeah. So that I'm just doing that now because before I would be like, let me just leave all the whack shit for the end. But now I'm like, whatever. So then I noticed like on the beginning, like this week, Narco was number one because I'm going to read Doug Wagner, like boom. And then the last book that I read was Absolute Superman, which is, oh no, I haven't gotten to that yet. So I haven't gotten, there's 4 more books on my pile. But the last book is going to be Absolute Superman. All the Marvel shit is in the middle. And it's just like, yo, this shit is like, it was Daredevil Punisher was the only thing this week, which was good. It's good. It's entertaining. But there's nothing like I'm looking forward to in nothing with Marvel right now that I'm looking forward to reading.
Not even Infernal Hulk?
I'm reading it because I like it. But it's not like Mark knows Immortal Hulk spoiled us. Like it's like literally you can't top Immortal Hulk.
I don't think it's even just that. Like because I read other. All right, so I was a huge fan of PKJ. What he did with Superman and this has been years now, and I think he peaked with it, to be honest with you, because I've read his other stuff, like, and it's not just me. Like, I dropped his current Superman book. Sector dropped his current Superman book.
Get out of
What
here.
he's doing, you know what I'm saying? Like it, and what he's doing with Hulk isn't bad, but it's not good either. It's just there. And with Infernal #1, you had a lot of people pick up an issue #1, and because Hulk squeezed some people and killed them, they're like, "Oh, this is so fucking good." Like, well, no, it's not. It was cool seeing him squeeze some people, sure, but the story is just drug. It's just not there. I think PKJ peaked. It's unfortunate. I think he tried to tell too big of a story, and he's not hitting any notes along the way. You know, like all the themes are there, all the concepts are there, but you're not hitting any notes. And we're technically like what 40 something fucking issues in.
Like Miles Morales was good. It ended. Volume 2 ended. So I read the entirety of Volume 2. I didn't read Volume 1, and it was entertaining from week to week. It was cool, but it wasn't like, there's nothing that's like great. The first couple of issues of Absolute Spider-Man, I want to say like the first 3 or 4 issues were phenomenal.
Not phenomenal enough for you to get the name right.
What I said, Absolute Spider-Man? Oh shit. Ultimate Spider-Man. And that whole world, I know Bizzle said Ultimate Black Panther, I think, and Ultimate X-Men he mentioned, but yo, Ultimates was good. It jumped out the window. Ultimate Spider-Man jumped out the window. So it's like almost a 12-issue arc. They stretched it out to 24 issues. And it's just like, bro, this shit is just the same thing over and over. No, see, Bizzle, it pains me to say this because I'm a diehard Marvel guy. Like, when I got into comics, it's only because of Marvel. So it pains me to say this. This is me saying, hey, Marvel, if you're watching, hi, get your shit together.
Yeah, and is that it's not unfair to be critical of stuff that you pay for, that you look forward to, that you're a fan of. Like, you're not supposed to just like let them spoon feed you shit and smile about it. If just like I do the same thing with the DC stuff. Like, I'm like, okay, this isn't good, I'm dropping this. Like, I baptize Superman Unlimited, that Superman Book of L. There's numerous titles that every Tuesday I tell people, skip this. I read it, I can't recommend it, kind of thing. Like, it's not unique to Marvel, but it's just rampant at Marvel and has been for a while. I think it's important for people to honestly critique the stuff that you pay for, that you invest in. We work to make money to give them. We're basically working a percentage of our day for them, and they're shoveling shit in our direction. So it's important to be honest the way you feel about it and hope for them to turn the corner. I still pick up Hulk. I still pick up Punisher. I still pick up Ghost Rider. And one of those 3 I'll pick up no matter what. But
yeah,
I would love to pick up more titles from Marvel.
Yeah, the biggest thing was like when Donny Cates was writing Starship Hulk, dude, and it's just like Hulk, because we're gonna pick up, like you said, pick up Hulk no matter what. I'm gonna pick up Hulk no matter what. I'm gonna pick up Punisher no matter what, and I'm gonna pick up Thanos no matter what. That Starship Hulk, that, oh god, I wish I could see. I wish I had the power of Superman so I could reverse Earth.
That was one of those ones that I warned people about ahead of time. I'm like, Donnie, if that's just like, it's kind of like, if you look at
Bizzle, for real,
we all have our preferences.
Yeah,
if you look at, because I kind of look at the comic stuff and like you apply like the movie filter to it, kind of thing. Not every director is meant for every movie, kind of thing. Like, that's why producers, it's their job to find the right director for the project. And it's the same thing with comics. Not every writer is going to be qualified, their style, their specific perspectives and stuff for every character. Cy Sperrier's Flash is a great example. That was probably the worst ongoing title of the Flash, the main Flash book.
Oh yeah,
I literally dropped Flash, like, unheard of. This isn't a mini series. It's not a special. It's not a black label. The main Flash. I broke my run because it was so bad that I wouldn't even read it. And I didn't even want to spend full price to put it in the run. Like, I'll pick it up later out of a dollar bin to fill it in the run, kind of thing. Cy Sparrow's not the guy for that. But if you want to get him for a black label Suicide Squad book like he did with Suicide Squad Blaze, he is the guy. If you want to get him on like a weird Constantine book, a Hellblazer book under Vertigo, he is the guy, but not the guy for Flash.
Yo, speaking of Vertigo, did you guys read the what's the Dark something? The Ezra,
I didn't read any of them.
The Ezra Payne story or something like that?
Mm-mm.
Let me just see what it was. Yo, that shit was phenomenal. Like Dark something. Like from the new Vertigo stuff.
I don't know. I know they dropped like 4 Vertigo #1s this past week or this past month.
Let me just, and you haven't gotten any.
Condon wrote one of them. I can't remember who was the other big name or recognizable name. There's the one about the hitman wearing the red jacket, the blonde hair.
Yeah,
like
that's
3 words in the title.
End of Life. That was really good. The Peril of the Brutal Dark, and Ezra Kane mystery. That shit was fire. Fire. Nick, what's your stance on Marvel? Because I know you're a Marvel guy.
Yeah,
like me. I'm just pointing it out. Like me, you're a Marvel guy.
To be honest, it's not fair right now because I read everything digitally.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't have much skin in the game, but I couldn't see myself going to buy books week after week with what they're putting out.
Mm.
DC, a different story. DC, like for me, the art is not as good for the most part. Like for me, it's always, since I was a little kid, I've always said that the stories in DC have always been better than Marvel's. But the art style for me has always been better with Marvel than DC.
Can you give some examples?
Name some of the biggest artists of the past 30 years.
Jim Lee.
You want to start right now, work backwards? Dan Mora. Dan Moore is the biggest.
Okay, so I mean, Dan Moore is not fair now.
Jorge Jimenez. He's easily #2.
They both do Batman. You talk about today.
No, Dan Moore does a lot. He's doing Transformers now, but he's been a DC house artist for years. Same for Jorge Jimenez.
Martin Zavala.
All right, so the legends of
Jim Lee. Where's he been for the past 30 years?
He's been running DC, but he's famous. He got famous as an artist in Marvel.
What about Dan Jurgens?
He's not really a big guy though.
What about George Perez? What about Neil Adams?
What about Daniel Hilliard?
You want to ask somebody else other than me? I'll give you Rob Liefeld at Marvel.
McFarlane,
yeah, the Image guys when they were at Marvel, but yeah, dude, there's some great, like David Finch over at Marvel in the early 2000s. His work on Moon Knight, like that changed my life, dude. I'm like, this is the most like gritty, detailed interior. Like this is, I couldn't believe that was interiors.
All right, well, I forget where I was going. But either which way, I would have problems spending my hard-earned money on books nowadays if I had to go and try to guess what's going to be good and give something a shot. DJ, it's your show. I guess you should go first.
It's our show. No, because Mark mentioned David Finch, and I'm an indie guy. Yo, David Finch on Skinbreaker.
It's called Foreskin Breaker.
I was about to say, what issue they're on?
That's a whole different issue number 6. That's a whole different thing. The art on Skinbreaker, oh my God, it's phenomenal. Like you open the book and it's just like the same way with Redcoat, how they have like a bunch of double splash pages. Skinbreaker is incredible.
Okay, go back to David Finch's run on the Avengers. Like right before Civil War.
Yeah, what does Finch do these days other than indie books? Oh, that's right. Covers for DC. My bad.
So what is Marvel's deal? Is DC?
Wait, where did he get big though? He got big in Marvel.
Honestly don't know. My first time coming across his art, I stopped
theater.
and looked up his name was on Moon Knight. Like in that run where like, he's got like the broken legs and shit right at the beginning, all that.
That cover right there.
Wicked run on Moon Knight.
So is it that DC signs all these people to exclusive deals? So it's like
Not all of them.
they make their bones at Marvel, and then DC snatches them up, and that's why Marvel is like, man,
I don't know.
No.
Dan Mora,
you
You
muted
just went,
yourself.
it went ghost, Nick.
Yeah, you just went limp again.
You're still limp.
yeah, I don't know what's going on. Javi Fernandez, Dan.
Now you're hard. Now you're hard. Go ahead.
Those guys are all at DC. So
Now, Dan Mora has been just rocking and rolling at DC, doing Superman, Justice League, World's Finest. He's been doing all kinds of stuff, but he just went over to start doing, yeah, that's awesome. The what do you call it? Transformers. He's still doing covers for World's Finest. He's still doing Superman. But that's Rafael Sandoval who does the art in that Superman, and that's arguably like the best absolute art. If you're looking for more traditional, like modern traditional style art, because Dragotta is very abstract, you know, with kaiju figures and stuff. But dude, the current artist on Absolute Superman is just incredible. Like that, like semi-painted look to it with these two Hawkman issues we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I love it. And the way that he portrays Parasite.
I love when how he's talking to Absolute Hawkman, and then he's just like, be right back, and go save somebody. Comes with, he's like, stop leaving. You can't take everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, to your point, DJ, they DC's trajectory was kind of weird over the last 5 years because they had the AT&T buyout, they had the merger with Warner Brothers, all that stuff, right? And that affected DC. And in about 2020, I think it was, they slated down massively and did the Future State initiative because Dan DiDio left and they had all these plans and everything that they stopped. They canceled the 5G thing. And when they did the Future State thing, that's when they brought in all these new creatives that all kind of come from the same alumni pretty much. That's when you got Jeremy Adams, Tim Sheridan, Thompson, PKJ, Rom V. All these people came at the same time.
Shout out to hold on, wait a minute. Shout out to Gary B gifting a membership. Thank you, Gary B, the casual comic guy. You are the best, sir. I need T-Dubs to make me a shirt with a purple dome and just have it say Marvin on the top.
But after that, they started like filling out their bullpen again. And here in the last year, what we're seeing is as DC's completely just dwarfed Marvel with sales and popularity, I described it as everyone's bailing off the sinking ship kind of thing. I'm not saying Marvel is going under. You're going to stop seeing Marvel comics. The company's failing.
Not at all.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying just people are going where the audience is because we saw Jason Aaron test ran the Superman title and now he's doing Absolute Superman.
Mm-hmm.
You've got like Rom V went exclusive with DC, like full on exclusive. You've got Ryan North, who's like been doing Fantastic Four forever. He's coming over and he's taking over Flash with the next issue post KO moving forward. You got Al Ewing, who's been at Marvel from Immortal Hulk to Venom to other things. He's Absolute Green Lantern. You got Scotty Young coming over to do Lobo. You have all of these Marvel known names, like their known creatives are all coming over to DC. You have Dan Slott, which I was so excited to hear that he's going back to Spider-Man to fuck that book up, to get him away from DC. Because we don't want him. I don't want half of these people coming over here, to be honest with you. Not saying they're not good, but I don't know how much of what they put out at Marvel was hindered by editorial or that was just their bad ideas. I don't.
And it's just their style of storytelling. I think they just rein people in more because they have that formula.
Their formula sucks. And it's hurting them.
Yeah, I agree. I also think we're different in this space. We're more critical of it. So I don't think a normal person that goes in and just grabs a book to read it and they read it and that's fine. They'll just be happy with that. Because I know people that are getting books that I think are like that I dropped. So I know someone that loves Immortal Thor at the time, and I was just like at work, and I was like, "Yo, you're bugging." And I went up with Immortal Thor up to issue 25. And it was painful to read. And then I was just like, wait a minute.
I still think
I don't have to buy it.
I still think that's an exposure thing. Like until you're exposed to something better, why wouldn't you think it's good?
So I agree with you 100% there. getting into comics, my whole thing was Marvel. I was anti DC until I started reading DC, and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm a big indie dude. So if it
Yeah, I was
were,
about to say that's what typically happens, right? Whether you come in at Marvel or DC, people start with the big two, but they find indies along the way because they just want to try something else. You're like, yo, this fucking
experiment,
written different. This hits different.
1000%. And I'm just a fan of storytelling and good storytelling, and I find that in the indies. I love miniseries as opposed to ongoing stuff. But yeah, man, Marvel. I was thinking about that the other day, and I was just like, bruh. Yeah, no, of course, T-Dub.
1,000%.
Yeah, we're talking about.
Dude, you can literally plant your flag in the sand. There's a definitive point when Marvel jumped the shark, and it was 2016 with the Marvel Now stuff, the all new, all different. They replaced Hulk with Indestructible Hulk. They replaced Captain America with Falcon. They replaced Thor with Jane Foster. They went down their entire slate and just replaced all the characters.
Oh shit!
Why? And they just never bounce back. You have hits along the way, sure.
Yeah.
But overall, as a universe, like, bro, when you go and if you follow DC for the past couple of years and you see what it looks like to have a cohesive universe of the vast majority of your slate is well above par storytelling, and you get like these massive payoffs and just you realize what you're missing with Marvel, what you're not being given, what they're not putting into those books, and it feels like why would I invest my time and money in that?
Yo, this is so amazing right here. DVH, you're gonna get a round of applause for this comment. Marvel are the WWE of comics. They have the talent, but they are so hamstrung by a mandated house style that it waters down the product. Like, you can't get any more accurate than that.
And when you say house style, what do you mean by that? Because like the example that I always think about is how like there's that rule that Peter can't be with Mary Jane. But why? That's killing your book. Because that's all people are asking for. That's like in the WWE analogy, if you have the whole crowd chanting for a wrestler and you never let that person go over, you refuse to give them that's the same thing. Yeah. Like your audience is chanting and you're refusing
LA Knight.
To give them what they want.
Because and then you give them
you want them to want Kamala Khan. They want Mary Jane with Peter. Like, stop it.
Bad editorial. Oh shit.
He's asleep.
Oh shit. Yeah, how do you take him down? How do you minimize him? There you go.
We've seen Remy asleep before. He wasn't asleep.
Yo, Alistair's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Peter Parker is the LA Knight of Marvel, 100%. So DVH and Mark hit it right on the head. That stupid ass house style.
I mean, you're supposed to have editorial, and this is just unfortunate. Like, you have these absolute greats that come in, and I got plenty of ideas why things have gotten like this. But can you imagine if a Jim Shooter existed at Marvel today? Jim Shooter, who pissed people off back in the 80s, demanding deadlines, paying attention to continuity, telling you, no, you can't do that. You have to write toward this kind of thing because these are this, showing people this is the map. We've sat down and we created with our talent the next year. Let's make it happen. And you all have to be on time. Can you imagine how many lawsuits he would get from hurt feelings and whiny bitches this day and age? Like, that's what Marvel's missing. Somebody who can actually lead the ship. I don't think
somebody with a pair.
Yeah, I think like I want to grant them talent. I want to say that there is talent in Marvel somewhere. There's nobody with balls to organize the talent.
Yeah, Alistair's trying to figure out how to add Remy to the stage. You can't, sir. If you can hear us, you can't.
Do you think that there's just too much product at Marvel and it's literally impossible to keep continuity?
No, I think that everyone's told they're a winner and they're not allowed to tell anyone no, or that that's a bad idea they have because they'll cry in their coffee and their blue hair will run down their face.
Yeah, Giuliani style.
So let me say
exactly. Danny DeVito doing up his
Ultimate Spider-Man was good until they realized it was a hit, and then as soon as they realized it was a hit, it went downhill.
Bro.
Ultimate Spider-Man was never good, guys.
Dude, issue
I
number.
I
super enjoyed it. It was like issue. It started going downhill for me. I still enjoyed it, but it was really good in the beginning. When they went to the underground Savage Land thing, that's when they kind of lost me. When that was like issue 5 or 6.
Can I ask you, what was volume 1 about? Like the first 6 issues, what was that story arc?
Peter getting the suit and getting the powers, right? So at the end of issue number 1, I think it was, he got the powers.
Issue 1. What's the story arc for volume 1 if you buy the trade paperback?
If you buy the trade paperback,
him getting the powers, dealing with that as a, how old is he? Mid-30s guy?
Yeah, like 35, 36. Married, his kids, him trying to become Spider-Man.
You're telling me the foundation of you're laying out the concept of the book. What's the story arc? What's the bad guy? What's the problem he has to overface? What's the finale?
Like
my point is, it's completely forgettable.
Yeah, 1000%.
Because it's not good. My theory is Spider-Man was so bad for so long that everyone was just happy to have something else where at least MJ and Peter are together. So getting this book that's an utter 5 felt good because they've been giving us 2s and 3s for years.
That's fair.
It's not inherently bad.
No, that's fair. That's a fair criticism.
Nothing fucking happens in the whole first arc at all. Did you remember that Kingpin showed up?
In the first arc? I was just about to say that when you were saying about the thing. Like something happened with Kingpin. I don't remember what. Something happened with him. I knew at the end of the whole issue
with like this Harry and them sitting at a restaurant at the table just talking for. Don't forget J. Jonah and Ben in the sauna talking for a long. Like it's a terrible book.
Listen,
it legitimately is bad.
I actually enjoyed that issue with them talking at the restaurant, and then MJ like about to smack up Gwen Stacy in the bathroom, and then Gwen Stacy like let her have it. I thought they were gonna start kissing.
I was waiting on them to start doing some blow or something. Like, you want to go powder your nose?
Yeah, man, scissor. There you go.
Let's do it. You got to keep the props handy.
I actually enjoyed that issue. I thought the writing, even though like you could write an issue of them in a restaurant at a booth, as long as the writing is good, it's good. And I thought the writing in that issue particularly was strong.
Yeah, I think the way, like for me, like everyone's gonna be a little different. For me, the way that I really gauge if something's good is if I would recommend it to somebody. Like Tuesday, when I'm going through all the DC books of the week, like I'm talking to people that will be going to a comic shop in less than 24 hours, and I don't want you showing back up here next week saying, "Bro, you told me to spend the money that I just went to work for, and this book sucked." And I'll tell people like, "Dude, the newest Godzilla Kong Justice League finale." I told everyone. Yeah, I read this. I really enjoyed it, but it jumped the shark. I can't recommend this. If you're into it, you'll be into it, but otherwise, do not pick this up on my recommendation. Like, and that's how Spider-Man was. Like, I think people that are going to be into it, no matter what, were into it. No one will recommend that book to somebody in good faith that has like a pretty wide reading range.
Artem says in the first issue when J. Jonah Jameson and Uncle Ben said they were partners, I thought it in the gateway, and I stopped reading. You got to open your mind, Artem. Open your mind. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. So when it's true, because there's so many 2s and 3s. When a 6 walks in, it's just like, yo.
And again, I'm not Marvel bashing. I do the same thing with DC. I just use the DC example. So many people are quick to tell me, "Oh, you just hate Marvel." No, I'm just calling it as I see it.
Yeah, no,
I'm I'm the arbiter of all this stuff. It's just.
No, and I'm the same way. I know we all have our biases. Like I'm quick to
exactly. This speaks volumes of my expectations about Marvel.
Yeah, but I mean, in the ending,
that would have been great. That would have been great. Imagine that.
Get out there.
Yeah, if you want to try it, regardless of what anybody says.
Nick, what was your favorite book this week that dropped?
I haven't read anything.
Nothing. Not a one. Not a one.
I actually haven't read anything in a while, probably about 3 weeks.
So what's the last thing you read 3 weeks ago?
I was reading I caught up on Rook. I caught up on what Global Comics had for Absolute Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's good.
Oh, the art in Rook is crazy.
Did you read the it's been a minute since we had an issue of Rook. It's been delayed like 2 months. But yeah, that Arachnid issue was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
The Absolute Wonder Woman annual with
I haven't read that yet,
Reduced. Did you read that?
Not yet.
I was like, oh, that almost made me cry, dude.
Dude, that was so good.
I'm soft, man. I'm super soft.
This is the read of the week right here for me.
Yeah, I got to catch up on that too.
Was that the read of the week for me? It was good. I'll be honest. It's gonna. I have no issue with events. I think the people that like I watched a video, right, and I'm like, who has issues with events? Like events, crossover events are amazing. What's wrong with people?
Cliff has issues with events. I think events have issues with Cliff.
Events have Cliff has issue with events. I thought that was dope. The only thing I didn't like, it was too close to Doomsday Clock for me, with Superman being because that's the real
one page, man. One page. Just Time Trapper making an observation.
Oh no. It's not even about the actual page, the art, anything like that. I'm just talking about how Superman was the beacon and the end all. Right? So I've read Doomsday Clock. I love Doomsday Clock, besides like the last 3 pages. And it's funny because I'm looking at it right there. I thought Doomsday Clock was phenomenal. This was too similar to Doomsday Clock in the same thing, where it's just like Superman is the end all be all, and that kind of like lost me. But yeah, that was my thing.
Hey, do you know what we would have been doing 17 years ago today?
Watching Big Blue Penis on the screen.
Yeah, we would have went to go see Watchmen. It was the opening night 17 years ago.
I went to the I went to the movies to see Watchmen. Watchmen is one of my top 5 favorite comic book movies of all time. I love Watchmen. And I remember watching it in the theater, and then I went with. It's funny because it was my coworker at the time, and who's my boss now. So we go to the theater on a double date. So it's me, the missus, her, and then her husband, and they're all like giggling and stuff. And then afterward, I'm like, damn, why y'all was all giggling? This guy was walking around naked and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, do you understand the level of lack of fucks that guy gave? Dr. Manhattan literally does not care about anything in the world. Nothing. And they didn't get that. Like, that dude is a god. Like, I'm a god. Why do I need to wear pants for you?
No shame.
Yo, crazy, man. Oh my god, I love that. I would have liked it better if Lex saved the world.
I'm glad that Superman dusted him.
Dusted.
I was actually disappointed when Lex won at the end of issue 4.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't make any sense to me.
I was having a conversation with one of my subscribers along the way.
But I agree with Dr. Von Hu right here. It did make pointless.
The subscriber back in December was asking me what I think is going to happen with KO and what they thought was going to happen with it. And I absolutely called it. So it was December 17th. Yeah, all the way back on December 17th, I said Superman win, having to stay in space for cosmic dark side reasons. Back on Earth, reign of Superboys will fill the void. Back on December 17th. And they were predicting Lex. So it was a pretty fun conversation going from KO number 4 to Lex winning, and then them flipping the script in KO 5.
To go back to what you called.
But it was really cool because it's kind of like, that.
Yeah, I kind of like, I enjoyed it. It was fun. Like, I think it was really, really fun. I wasn't anticipating for it to change the landscape of DC, like the way it's doing for like next level. I thought this had no bearing on future continuity whatsoever.
Proper DC event, dude. They're back. Welcome to a proper DC event.
Because I remember, I thought it was you that said, well, it didn't have anything to, it wasn't going to change anything with the absolute characters right now. I think that's
Correct.
what they were saying. Yeah.
Yeah, because remember, like I explained that whatever, because there was that little passage. There's like one line of dialogue from Darkseid where he's saying like, "These are my assets," and I plucked them. It was a conversation with Saturn Girl that kind of reaffirmed it at the end of that issue 4. So the entire Absolute world is just a tool belt for Darkseid.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent the Legion of Darkseid to go get them, unbeknownst to them, puts them back. They don't even know that they were just pulled and used, kind of thing, which I think is going to come into play in such a creative, fantastic way later. But we'll see. We'll see. I like the way they did that, and the way it ended was showing the multiverse, and every planet was completely consumed and had the Omega symbol except for Earth is 0.
Mm-hmm. Nick, you said you read it?
Right up to issue 2, but I thought it was something different. I like the way they did it.
Yeah. Getting to see the Batman Who Laughs and Emperor Joker set my heart on fire. Got me pumped. That was cool. The Batman Who Laughs, and then
I was hoping it was really him, dude.
Yeah, and then it turned into Mr. Mixopixel, whatever his name is. What's his name?
Mixpitolix.
Worst name in comic book history. Yeah, I was disappointed by that. I thought it was the Batman Who Laughs. I was like, oh shit. I also didn't like, and this is me just nitpicking because I liked the story altogether. I thought it was fun. I didn't like that Batman had his whole contingency thing and he didn't die and all this stuff. I was like, wait, what? But that's because I didn't know it was they had future bearing on stuff. So I thought like, because I cried foul on DC. I'm like, look at you milking an event, because it's Batman. He's your most popular character. So if you can offshoot him, you can sell 4 more books. Because it's Batman, everyone's going to buy him. I know. Yeah, I did. That's why I went to Nightfall, and it's like, Night Fight or whatever.
But how cool was it? It was setting the stage for it to not like break its own continuity, because they established in the All Fight month that you cannot break the rules that the Heart of Apocalypse sets for this tournament, or it'll dust you. That's what happened to Captain Atom. That's what happened in another one of those 1v1 books. That's how Batman got in that spinoff. Is he tried to cheat. He tried to cheat the rules and ended up over there. But the end of that book established that the Heart of Apocalypse will send you back in if it thinks that you can become the champion. It doesn't care who wins. It just wants the best to win. And if you show me that you can be the best, it'll let you back in there. That opened the door for them to let Superman back in.
I will say, because I didn't read any of the tie-ins. I didn't read Night Fight. I didn't read anything. The only one that I did read was what was the boss battle?
Oh, that's literally the worst one. Like,
that was horrible, dude.
Yeah, that was that in the Green Lantern Super Slam, Galactic Slam. That was like that served no purpose in the KO event at all. But the boss battle one it was. I think we all had such high expectations to see cool stuff. And
it didn't mean nothing. And then for me, like I was more excited about it because I was at the panel when they announced it. So I was just like, I felt that energy, and that energy resonated with me, and I took that all the way. Like I was really looking forward to boss battle, bro. I was so disappointed in that shit. Speaking of boss battle, Samantha the Bear was in it. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring just wrapped up on Wednesday. But I'm an indie guy. Mark, that book is phenomenal. But you don't like bears.
It's Dexter.
Not since The Revenant, I sure don't.
Oh man, that freaking bear.
That scene was insane. No, you should probably, man. I would recommend picking up the Batman Night Fight. It's just 4 issues, but what it is, it's the most heartfelt deep dive into Batman and his Robins that I've ever read in my life. Like issue 1 focuses on Tim. Issue 2 is Jason. No, it's Dick, Jason, Tim, and then Damian. And by the time you get to issue 4, you're gonna be like, holy fuck. It's good, dude.
DVH, you're gonna love it. What issue is that, Nick? Hold up.
Number 1, number 2.
I'm giving that away.
Cute.
Hell no.
That's a variant, dude. That shit is fire. That's one of my favorite stories, man.
Number 2.
That's supposed to be like corduroy, right?
Yeah, it was my favorite story as a kid, so I had to get it.
That was your favorite story as a kid?
Yeah.
My favorite story as a kid was the letters in Penthouse.
Those 2 were good.
Yeah. Yeah, what up, Chaos in Comics? What's going on? Yo, DVH, it is phenomenal. DVH, it ends on a very, very high note. Very, very high note.
A bear killing people that ends on a high note.
Yeah, dude. Yo, shit is the fan. Galactic Slam was okay. Galactic. Oh, okay. Gotcha. What else did I pick up this week? And then we can get out of here. I didn't realize how late it was. Hello Darkness, DCKO, Daredevil, Punisher, Beneath the Trees, Absolute Superman, Narco, which was amazing. Yo, Sleep. Like, nobody's reading Sleep. Issue 8 just came out, and that was the final issue from Image Comics. Sleep, phenomenal, dude. Like, it was like a big.
What is that?
So it's I forgot who's the writer, right? So it's a mystery and it's a horror themed book, but there's like killing going on, and then from issue number 2, you suspect that the main character, I think his name is Jonathan, that he's a werewolf. So you suspect that he's a werewolf. There's some killing going on, and there's some things going on, and then he wakes up, doesn't remember anything that happens, and then like he gets caught. They do experiments on him, and the last issue, I don't want to blow it up in case anybody reads it, but the last issue, I was like, holy shit, it explains the whole thing. Did you ever get around to In Bloom, Dr. Von Hoot? I got it the week that you mentioned it to me, sir, and I read the entire thing. It was nightmare fuel. I love it. In Bloom by Boom Studios. Phenomenal, sir. Thank you for that recommendation. I'm always going to recommend. I'm always going to read something that somebody recommends that they say this is one of my favorite stories, except The Crow. That's how I got like In Bloom, which was phenomenal. Sync, which is from a UK comic book company, Comics Tribe, I think is Sync, which is phenomenal.
Did you read Absolute Superman?
No, that's gonna be my last book for out of the pile.
The last 3 pages are going to leave your jaw on the floor.
Go ahead, Nick, say something.
I'm looking for a crow to buy to send to your way.
No, don't do that. Yeah, we outside, DVH. Yo, I love Sync, man. I'm waiting for volume 3 to come out, unless it came out and it's not at the it's always sold out at Midtown Comics. But I'm waiting for volume 3 to come out. You guys ever heard about that book, Sync? So it's almost like an anthology series in a way, but it takes place in this town in it's in like the hood in London. It's like in a very bad like neighborhood, and there's like killers, drug dealers, like all this stuff. So it's almost like Pulp Fiction, where the stories kind of like interweave. So you'll see characters from the story from the first book in the background of issue 4. Like all this stuff happens in this town. It's sick. It's super, super dope. And there's a character in it that has like a fox mask that exquisite corpse is totally ripped off. Totally so he's kind of like the vigilante. All right, you guys ready to get out of here? I didn't realize what time it is. I'm old. I gotta wake up super early in the morning. Hey, Remy Q, perfect timing. We're about to get out of here. What are you doing this weekend?
No, now that you're done talking about your pull list.
Scotland, my bad. Scotland. Yeah. My bad, DVH. I knew it was across the pond, mate. Remy, I will tell you, your little man snuck downstairs.
Oh, I know.
And we saw you like we saw you doing the
That's why I was gonna wait until you were done.
You need to punish him.
He's not down here anymore.
What do you got going on this weekend, sir? Remy Q, what do you got going on this weekend?
Pandemic kicks.
Oh shit!
Some reacts. Pandemic kicks. I was wearing these are here. All red.
Ooh, look at you.
Just mix it up with the orange and blue.
Air Max 270s, nice.
Remy Q
Favorites.
Studios.
These are the Renew. It's a little different.
Yo, this guy just jumped out the window on the sneakers.
KD Trey 5.
Hey, Spidey, what's up, my guy?
They're not pink. They're salmon.
Oh,
Those are nice. And you bought those all this week.
Only arrived this week, yeah.
That's crazy. DVH says only slabs tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. Nah, is it a special time for tomorrow? 11 a.m.
Special time for tomorrow.
Yo, features your mile here, DVH. I'm gonna have to catch that on the rewind as I'll be out in King Kong in Jersey. I'll definitely catch that, man. Can't wait to see DVH's collection. Low key, super phenomenal.
I hope to God he brings 30 straight Transformer 9.8s, all Daniel Warren Johnson covers.
Yeah, he has them too.
He does.
Nick, what do you got going on this weekend?
I'm working. I don't know what I'm working tomorrow. I don't know
On
what
the
I'm
strip?
doing. No. Yeah, just work this weekend.
I honestly did consider that.
Do it, man. Do it.
Yeah, DVH, that'll be amazing.
Do it and have like a cool story associated with the Transformer that's featured on the cover. That would be fun.
Remy dipped out. Yo, before we leave, you know what I'm loving? Well, for the last couple of weeks, I've been loving. So there's a show on, I forgot what channel it's on, whatever. It's called Crime in Progress, and it's just all body cam footage. So it's an entire episode of whatever is just body cam footage. So then I'm going on YouTube and watching like body cam footage of other stuff. Yo, that shit is so amazing. It's super addicting.
You're watching like the full length ones too, right? Because they'll be like at 45 minutes, an hour and a half long. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because then it's like you feel that tension, like it's gonna lead to something. Like it's crazy how you feel that tension. There's actually a documentary, I forgot what it was called. It's on Netflix where it's the whole entire thing is the body cam video, and it's 2 hours, and it takes place over the course of like a month, where it's just like the neighbor, like it's like a cul-de-sac. There's a bunch of kids that live in the neighborhood, and they're always playing outside, and she's just like an angry person, and it's like, I'm gonna blow it up. It's like an angry person, and she coaxes like the kid's mother to come over, blah blah, and she blasts the kid's mother, talking about the mother was like banging on her door or something, talking about I'm gonna beat you up, and she legit with the kids playing outside just shoots their mother in front of the kids, dude.
Wasn't that like a Netflix documentary?
Yeah, I think it's called The Perfect Neighbor.
Something like that, yeah.
Perfect Neighbor, yo, DVH, yeah. Yo, DVH is my spirit animal, dog. When I go to bed at night.
Hey, yo,
I don't count
careful.
I don't count sheep. I count miles.
He's got a mowl in the corner saying nevermore.
You imagine TV is just opening the door nevermore and closing it. And just once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, as I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there was a tapping, as if someone gently rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, rapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Ah, distinctly I remember. 'Twas in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrote its ghost upon the floor.
Bars.
That's all I know.
Is that Tupac?
Yeah. F Tupac. Oh no, people are gonna come at me. I'm not a fan.
Two good shows to watch this week. Shorzy had season 5.
Who?
Shorzy.
What's that?
It's a spinoff of Letterkenny on Hulu.
Oh yeah. Well,
Letterkenny.
Love had episode 4.
Bro, first of all, how they just rolled the homegirl in the wheelchair off the season episode 3? How they just got rid of her without even no fanfare, nothing. They was just like, "Oh, sorry,
she's gone." Dude, at this point,
that
like
racist against wheelchairs.
I'm just pulling for Bambi, bro. Like, fuck all these bitches. I just want Bambi to drag them all. Bambi's a psycho, and
You watched episode 1?
Yeah.
How she got into her fighting gear? Like
She took her hair off, put it in her purse, and
took her hair, her
pants off. And then he said, did she force her to go home? Ultimately, you know, Drewski and Bambi are like friends off camera. Before season 1, they're actually homies. So realistically, all I want to see is Bambi just drag all these whores like that. I mean, there's fun entertainment in there, but at the end of the day, like you saw what they did between seasons, right? Where they did like the little pretending like they were playing house, like the webcam from home with Bambi and Drewski and stuff. They're hilarious together, dude. They're funny, not as a couple, but just as homies hanging out, kind of thing.
That the funniest stuff about that is when like Drewski and Caleb break character and just start laughing.
Oh my god, dude, Caleb is hilarious. Yeah. The slick stuff he gets away with saying because it just goes over their heads. It doesn't register.
You up to date, Nick?
No, I got it queued up when I watch it tonight. St. Louis DTF.
I have to watch that.
Jason Bateman causing some more ruckus throughout for David Harbour this time.
Yeah, I have to watch that. You watched it, Rem?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
Linda Cardellini.
Ain't that Hawkeye's girl?
Freaks and Geeks. Velma.
Velma, yeah. Shout out
She
to
was
Velma.
also in Grandma's Boy.
She's confirmed to be. What's up here? She's Mockingbird.
No, not Mockingbird. Mockingbird was the blonde chick, Agent 43.
Who is she supposed to be then?
Forgot.
It's been such a long time.
She's supposed to be Magneto.
Oh yeah, perfect.
She's somebody though. T-Dub says, anybody watch Guy Ritchie's Young Sherlock?
Mm-mm.
Nah.
I still have to watch his what is it? Something Gentlemanly Warfare with
with Henry Cavill.
And Alan Richardson. I still haven't watched that yet.
Entertaining.
I tried to get through the Gentleman on.
I bet you did.
Now, you talking about the TV show or the movie? Because I watched the movie with Matthew McConaughey. That was good about the pot sellers in England.
The TV show.
I never seen the TV show.
All right, so we always say, yo, let's get out of here, and then we wind up staying another 38 minutes. Can I recommend the movie to you guys? And I'm not a May December type cat.
Let's see how it goes.
I'm gonna recommend this movie to you. Nick is gonna hate it because Nick hates good movies. Remy's gonna like it, but then he's gonna say he's gonna hate it, but he's really gonna like it, but then he's gonna say
because Nick said that he hated it.
Why does it have Kevin Conroy in it?
No. Yo, BLC,
hey, congrats.
Yeah,
congrats. What did he say? It was like his 5th grandkid?
4th, Sam.
Yo, congrats, abuelito. And this guy looks like he's like 38.
Yeah. Gotta get rid of that Mets hat though.
Shout out to BLC. It's a movie. I forgot what streaming service is on. Oh, it's on Paramount Plus, I think, because it's on Showtime. It might be. Strange Darling. DVH, if you're listening, Strange Darling. You might have already seen it because you're ahead of the curve because you're my spirit animal. Strange.
Yeah, but have y'all watched Gunslinger yet?
What's that?
That Nicolas Cage movie I was talking about last week.
Giovanni Ribisi.
Watch that.
Nah.
I suffered through
4th grandson, but 10 grandkids in total. Congrats.
What's it
DVH.
called? Strange what, darling?
Strange Darling.
One night stand spirals into a serial killer's vicious murder spree.
There you go.
I started watching.
They got that twist, dog. They got that twist.
I got on Tubi and watched Conspiracy, the found camera footage of the guys diving into the conspiracy and ending up at the
party,
the ritual party at the end.
I told you about that.
Yeah, that's why I went and watched it.
It was good, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's on Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
Strange Darling is on Hulu too, isn't it?
Strange Darling, yo, dog. That shit had me. It's funny because I started watching it and I got like 15 minutes in and then I shut it off because I was just like, Mrs. Lynx would like this.
The new limited Dr. Squatch soap is out as of today. Terminator Terminator soap.
It's like $18 a bar, though. It is.
No,
Nice.
it's like well, if you do like I do and look for discount codes.
$18 for a bar of soap.
No, hell no, dude. You
I'd
get
rather
like 3 bars for like $22, but then you can use like a discount code for 20% off.
All right, now I'm gonna judge you. What's your go-to bar of soap? And you, Mark, start.
No, that like I order a lot of the
Dr.
Dr. Squatch limited soap, like a lot. Like the wife got me the Nightmare Before Christmas one that's lasts me the past few months. Before that, I had the Godzilla Kong ones that I ordered a bunch of.
Your balls smell like Jack Skellington.
Dude, it smells like that, or either like if you just like dawned King Kong, it smells amazing.
There you go.
They had the Sydney Sweeney one that was sold out.
Sweeney's bath water was a fragrance they had for a while.
Remy, what's your go-to soap?
Originally, you said bar of soap. I was going to say I haven't used a bar of soap since I was a kid, but
Wow.
I usually go for anything that reminds me of the beach.
Nice. Sydney's
Since I'm an
bath water.
island boy.
I'm an island.
So if I'm not ordering Dr. Squatch bars, I have just Zest bars. I love Zest because you're not fully clean.
Unless you're zestfully clean.
I legit love Zest bar soaps. They got like the arch to them and everything. They're really nice.
Yeah.
I love them.
Nick, what about you? You look like an ivory soap kind of dude. Old school.
Irish Spring.
Irish Spring.
Hot fire. Bro, how have y'all not seen the Gunslinger? I was like showing clips of it on my channel and stuff. It's the most outrageous movie of 2026. So
what's service?
A Netflix. It's the Western movie with Nick Cage, Stephen Dwarf, Heather Graham.
So
I was pointing out like that all these people that were pissed that Paramount got Warner Brothers. I'm like, keep in mind, y'all were campaigning for the studio that just brought you Gunslingers to take Warner Brothers. Like Nick Cage gives his most outrageous performance of his career. I mean, more than Bad Lieutenant.
And that's saying a lot.
Yo, like he does like this fake voice thing, and it is you won't be ready for it. I promise.
I want to eat a peach.
The first 5 minutes of the movie has like 1993 CG effects for like fire and sets and stuff, and then you immediately cut scenes into like 4K drone footage in the woods. You're like, your brain doesn't know how to process. And the movie starts off by saying it takes place in 1903, and then within like 7 minutes. They're talking about, I think, General Lee is going to lead an uprising to take back the North, despite him having died 30 years earlier. Like the writers didn't bother to check the dates of when people died, like historic figures.
This little blurb in the writer says, "Don't fact check anything."
Yeah, like it was wild.
Like
dude.
Lincoln comes out and saves the day. Yo, just
the premise of the movie, you have this town where it's just a bunch of people that, I mean, they live just fine, but all of them are pretty much on a wanted poster somewhere. And a large posse come in looking for one person. And it's just like a battle between the town and the posse. Stephen Dwarf's brother comes looking for him, kind of thing.
I just added it to my list, man. Yo, Mandy from Nicolas Cage is probably Nicolas Cage's most underrated movie, dude. That shit is
good. Have you seen The Color Out of Space?
It's on my list. Like, I've been meaning to get to it. It's just tough. Like, I have to be like alone to watch a Nicolas Cage movie or on the treadmill because it's like Madeline hates Nicolas Cage. Yo, I was seeing a blooper of his from Face Off when he was just like, I want to have sex with his wife, and they all start laughing around the table when he whatever.
When it's high.
Yeah. And then so that line, he had forgot the original line. So he just improvised that and everybody started laughing and they just kept it in the thing.
Yeah, I love Nicolas Cage. I'm glad he's gotten like this second win in his career. Because he went from being on top of the world to being a direct-to-video actor to back to being like, dude, he can do whatever he wants. He can do serious movies. He can do fun little things like Gunslinger. He can do whatever he wants.
But he's like 16 movies a year.
Good.
He sees like he doesn't differentiate between like big movies and little movies. Like it's just a gig. So if you could squeeze in a little movie in 2 weeks, like you're gonna pay me and this is what I'm gonna do.
I think he just has fun acting.
Yeah. Shout out to
when
him.
you watch Gunslingers, like I'll wait for you to watch it. We should talk about it again next week and kind of discuss if he was directed to do this, or if this was his idea.
I would assume like he doesn't even get directed anymore. Like he walks on set and they're just like, "Yo, just do whatever you got to do."
Like, all right. So I was thinking, no. I got this.
Cage is legit Hollywood royalty. All right, that's
See,
really
the movie Gunslinger is why I'm mad that Netflix doesn't believe in physical media, doesn't believe in theaters, because I want special features to Gunslingers so bad. I want to see on like behind the scenes stuff.
I want a
I want to see the
documentary.
interviews with Nick and with Stefan and all these people, with the director talking about what they were. Because when you see a movie that is this quirky and weird, you know that they know what they're making.
Yeah,
so you want to know what they're thinking about it. You want to hear them talk about it, but it's Netflix. We're just consumers, and it's just product.
That's true. All right, Mark, what do you got going on this weekend?
Sunday nights at 8:30 at Week's End.
Sunday nights at 8:30 at Week's End with
Monsterverse with Sector,
Legion of Comics, Spectre, and Berg Family 5004 Comics, who's a fantastic addition.
Yo, there was a glow-in-the-dark Batman cover for issue 17. Selling for $600 already.
Issue 17 of Absolute Batman?
Yep.
No, right.
Trinity Comics, Zoe Lackey. Limited to 888 copies, going for $600 already.
Jesus Christ. All right.
That's 18. Have y'all read 18 yet? Part 2 of the Poison Ivy thing? The one that comes out next week?
Next week, yeah. I haven't read it. I don't I have access to them, but I can't read digital. I get dizzy when I read digital. That's why I hate getting emails. Oh man. What am I doing this weekend? Tomorrow I'll be at King Kong in Jersey, hanging out with Izzy, Cliff, Mighty Comics and Collectibles, Pressable Defects, 3 Men in the Basement, all the East Coast New York guys. Remy, you'd have a ball. Get very Gary, like we'll all be up there, like just doing it up.
Yeah, those Pressable Defect
Love
guys.
it. I don't know why. Golly.
What you said, Nick?
Those Pressable Defect guys were phenomenal to meet at New York Comic Con.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Matt, Guy, and Jay. Super nice guys, man. Super nice guys. All right, fellas, that's gonna be it for me and the crew. Take it easy, mixers. All right, gentlemen, we're out. We're gonna retreat to the parlor, and they're serving white cake.
One of them's a fucking squirrel.
White cake.
Yo. Peace out, everybody. Have a great weekend.